It was actually a visit to the emergency room during one of my periods that helped get me to the right person where I was finally diagnosed. I had lost so much blood with one period that it put me in the ER. And that was a really scary time. And up until that point, I had really gotten the brush off from any doctors that I had spoken with that, some people just have heavy periods, suck it up. This is just part of it. You're fine. And when I finally got in front of the right doctor, someone who specialized in women's health, all it took was her hand on my belly for 2 seconds before she said, "I'm pretty certain I already know what's going on, but let's do an ultrasound. Let's make sure." We were going to do an ultrasound over the belly and a vaginal ultrasound. It turned out we didn't even have to do the vaginal ultrasound because my fibroids were so large. I was told I had the equivalent of a 5-month-old baby in fibroids. And I wondered, why did my belly look so distended? Why was I in pain? All these things. And so now I know these are all really telltale common signs that, you could be dealing with fibroids. I kind of had the opposite that I think many people go through. A lot of people are navigating fibroids on a fertility journey. And for me, I had always been very certain that my husband and we weren't going to have children. And so for me, it was the opposite. And it was trying to then, once I had my diagnosis, convince someone to, and this seems like strange to say, but to allow me to have a hysterectomy, because with the doctor I was working with, she was advocating that probably would be in my best interest. We found I had 37 fibroids. That really big one was the largest one, but it was so difficult for me. And since I didn't want children, I wanted to do the thing that I thought would be best for my health journey and my wellness journey, which at that time seemed to be a hysterectomy. But you would be shocked at how many surgeons I met with who said, "Well, we need to talk to your husband. We need to make sure that this is really the decision that you want. You're so young."